Hello, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to the program. My name is Lucas, and we're going to do a 50-minute vinyasa flow. So please find yourself in a nice, comfortable position, stacking the body and relaxing into your posture. Have everything that you need for your practice ready. So if you want to play some music, go ahead, or have some water nearby. Water's always good, right? And we're going to take just a minute to focus on the breath and really tune into our space to prepare for the practice. So take a few gentle movements first, moving intuitively, and then go ahead and get comfortable. Invitation here to watch the rise and fall of the breath. And take a few more breaths, but deepen and lengthen the breath. So inhale a bit longer, and exhale smoother and longer. And fluttering open the eyes. Let's take a deep breath in, reach up. Bring the hands together and exhale audibly with a sigh. Twice more, big breath up. And exhaling. Again, inhaling up. Pressing the palms together. Let's keep the hands together here. Let's reach it over to the left and then to the right. A few more times like that. And then to center, let's interlace the fingers and roll the hands in a figure eight. And roll the opposite direction. This one can be a little bit of a challenge. This is a good coordination exercise here. Imagine drawing this 8 with your pinkies. Now let's shake it out. Let's flex the fingers out, shrug the shoulders, and flex through the arms. Let it go with your breath. Inhale, flex it up. And exhale, just soften it, relax. Let's do a couple more. And sway the head from side to side. Let's take our right hand to our right side. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, other arm. Nice, deep, slow breaths. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, reaches. Once more on each side with your breath. We're coordinating and linking the breath with the movement. Let's take it to center. If you're sitting on a block or a cushion, we can remove that for now. Let's take our hands behind us. Press the belly forward. Open up the chest. Try to Really round the belly, tilt the pelvis forward. Pressing into the hands. Right? And take it up to neutral. And let's take some intuitive movements here, side to side, or you can take Sufi grinds and roll in some circles. Let's take the hands behind you and float the feet up. Switch the cross of the legs. Come forward. Inhale, reach it up high. And exhale, twist to your right. Letting the breath take you to the edge of your stretch. So still nice and easy, nice and gentle. Inhale, reaching up high. And exhale, other way. Hand to the knee or in between the legs. And transition to a supine pose. So hold your knees and come on down to your back. I'm going to take the knees in. We're going to squeeze it all in. Raise the chin, raise the tail. And then take your right foot flat and reach everything else out long. And then squeeze it all in again. And then left foot flat. Reach everything else out. Exhaling, draw it in. Inhaling, switch and reach out. Nice, slow, controlled breaths. Using your abs a bit here when you engage. Let's do one more on each side. Working the core. You can relax the head on your inhales as you reach out. And then bring it in. Let's take a bridge pose. Press the hips up, reach your arms up overhead, and this time we're just going to keep the arms reaching up overhead. Pressing into the feet, keeping the knees parallel. Chest comes towards the chin. And when you're ready, we'll bring the hips down, take the hands back to your sides. Now, bring the soles of your feet together, take your knees wide, and we're going to take some butterfly flaps here. Just kind of slow to the edge of your range of motion. And let's take hold of opposite forearms above our head. Activating through your hips. Taking it up to the edge, but not past it. Really, really good for warming up the hips. All right, let's bring our knees in. And let's take the knees in some circles. Warming up the lower back. And switching directions. And taking it to center. Let's take another bridge. Press the feet down. Reach the arms up overhead. Pressing the hips up high. Pressing your chest towards your chin. Deep breath in, go a bit higher. And smooth exhale as you lower. Let's take hold of the thighs and rock to a boat pose. Grip the thighs just underneath of the knees. We're going to balance here, balancing on the tailbone, floating the legs as high as feels good for you. Bring the chest a bit further forward. And breathe. Let's hold this for 3 breaths. Get nice and still and solid. And watch the breath. And cross your feet and come forward. Come to a tabletop pose. And let's rock side to side. You can take your hands even a bit wider than usual. Then take the palms underneath the shoulders, right? Neutral posture, all right? And let's take some cat-cows. Let's inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward, and exhale, round the spine. Invitation to wag the tail as you do the cat-cows. Working into the side, as well as the back and the front. Awesome. Now walk your hands a bit further forward. Shift your hips forward. Stack the arms, straight line through the torso. And engage through your core, right? Pressing through the palms, strong in the arms. Tighten the core. Inhale and exhale. Pressing the hips back. Inhale, shift it forward. Tuck your toes and come to a down dog. Raise up the left leg, straighten it out. Bring your knee toward your nose. And then settle the foot back down, down dog. Let's do the other side. Reach the right foot long. Bring your knee towards your nose. And then send it back. And let's lower the knees. Take a couple more cat-cows here. Inhale, drop the belly, gazing forward. And exhale, rounding the spine, gripping through your finger knuckles. Let's gaze over our right side. Pick up the feet, bring them over so you can see them. Inhale to center and exhale to the other side. Take it back down to center here. Come on down to your forearms. Reach the right foot up and get a nice arch through the spine here so that you could roll a, say like a ping pong ball down the back side of your leg to the crown of your head. And bring the knee towards the nose. Rotate it out and open. We can come onto the right hand and rotate the hip open so we can get a bit of a rotation as well. Bring it through and then reach it out. Let's come up onto both of our palms, step the right foot forward, and reach the right hand up high. If you want to use a block, it's a good time for that. Let's let the hips come forward. We'll reach up high. Let's take some reaches here. Let's get a little bit dynamic, a little bit playful. Reach a bit forward, a bit backwards. Open up the chest. You can experiment with shifting the hips back and a stretch under your right thigh. And coming back to tabletop here, come on down to your forearms. Go to the other side. So take the left foot nice and high. Bend the knee, arch through the body so you get a nice curve going down the back side of the body. Bring your knee towards your nose. And send it back. Come on top of your left wrist so we can bring the hips over top of each other. Working to draw the knee up and back. Get a rotation. And then bring the knee towards the nose. A couple more times. Inhale, rotate it back. And draw it forward. And then we're going to step the left foot up in between the hands. If you savvy the block, take it under your right hand. And take the left hand up high. And again, we'll have some fun with it. And listen to the body's wisdom here. Your body's natural wisdom. So do you want to reach backwards, forwards? Shift the hips. And take the hand down. Bring the knee back. Let's take 10 easy push-ups here. All right. Come down to about 90 degrees. If you want to take some full push-ups, go ahead. And then we're going to press back to a child's pose. Take your knees wide, your hips towards your big toes. Take another nice full breath. And then shift forward to a cobra pose or an up dog. Tuck your toes and press back to a down dog. Practice pedaling out the legs, so bend and straighten through the legs. Then bend both knees, look forward, and walk the feet up to the top of your mat. Come to a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. There's a nice variation here. You can bend your knees, take your forearms to your thighs. As long as your head is below your heart, below your hips, you're getting the benefits of the inversion. Then we're going to root to rise. Reach up high. reaching up high and pressing into the ceiling, or just reaching up. Pressing into the feet, growing nice and tall. And then bringing the hands to the heart. Let's rock a bit from side to side. And we're going to warm up our legs here. So let's take a block. If you don't have a block, it's okay. If you have a block, it's a little bit more fun. We're going to use our environment to support us here. So take your right foot to the block and swing the left foot. Now, if you prefer not to use the environment, you just use your arms to counterbalance you. And we'll lower it down. And we'll go over to the other side. Stick your left foot on top of the block. And we'll swing the right. Now let's lower it down. I'll come to the top of your mat. Here again, if you want to use the environment, we'll do another balancing posture. So reach the left knee up and take your hand to the inside of your left knee and open the knee out to the side. I'll turn so you can see me, like so. And we'll reach the right hand out in a T shape and gaze over your right fingers. Good, let's lower it down. Inhale, reaching up high. And exhale, let's forward fold. If you have a block, which I'd recommend, we can take this block and we can press into it. Take it on its highest setting. Pressing into the block. And then halfway lift. And exhale, let's take our hands down to the mat and step back to a plank pose. Hold your plank. Inhale and exhale, high to low. Let's take our vinyasa. With an inhale, peel the chest up and make your way to down dog. So you're welcome to move through a child's pose as well. Following the breath to come to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward. And with the exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. And then root to rise, reach it up nice and high. Press up, reaching up. And bring the hands to the heart. Let's take a cleansing breath. Take a nice inhale. And exhaling audibly. Now we'll do the opposite knee here. So from the top of your mat, raise the right knee up. Take your hand inside of the right knee. Let me turn so you can see me again. And reach the left hand up high. Reach the left hand out long. See if you can balance without the environment. And we'll lower it down. And this time, let's bring in some shakes. Shake the hands. Let's bounce the hips Come to the balls of the feet. We'll tap the heels down. Light in the knees, light in all the joints of the body. And then we're going to shake the legs here. So I'm going to pay attention to the legs. We're going to alternate back and forth with the legs. Take your hands to your hips. Take the feet a little bit wider. We're going to take the hips in some circles here. Really tracing a circle, and then the opposite direction. All right, and pay attention to the shoulders. We'll alternate the shoulders. And then kind of sweep the arms from side to side. And let the arms slap your chest and your glute. Alternate chest, alternate glute. And coming back to the top of your mat, let's inhale up high. And exhale, forward fold. If you have that block, again, we can press into the block. Halfway lift. And then take yourself down to the mat. Let's take a vinyasa. Come to a down dog. And shift forward to a plank. And exhale, high to low. Coming all the way down to the ground. Keep your hands here underneath of your shoulders for today. And we'll just take really, really slight pressure in the hands. Peel the chest up. And then lower one cheek down to the mat, taking a breath. And then again, floating everything up. Lift a bit higher. And take the opposite cheek down to the mat, taking a breath. Take your arms out in a T and rock a bit left and right. And then bring the hands underneath the forehead. Relax everything down and wave the heels from side to side. Should be very relaxing. Taking your hands under your shoulders. Let's press back to a tabletop pose. Let's take some more cat-cows here. Pressing to a down dog and walking up to the top of your mat. Let's rise all the way up to standing. And let's do some warrior postures here. So float your left knee and then hinge forward through warrior 3. And we'll come to warrior 1. So land that back foot down, find your balance. Reach the arms up high, inhale. And exhale, lean forward and sweep it back. Twice more. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, leaning forward, reaching back. Now let's open up to a warrior two. Nice and long through the arms. Keep on reaching, extending out 90 degrees in your front knee towards your middle toes. Flip your front palm, reverse, reach it up high. And then front hand to your front thigh, back hand to the sky. Yes. Let's take the hand down and lower the back knee, reaching your right hand up high for a low lunge twist. Framing your front foot and stepping up and rising back to standing. Float your right knee. Hands at airplane, hinge forward. Warrior three. Find your float, find your flight. And warrior one. Lean forward, reach back. And twice more. Open up to a warrior two. Press the feet away from each other. Breathe into the posture. Feel the energy flow. And flip, reverse. Inhale and exhale to a side angle or your variation. And take your top hand and your back knee down. Reach your left hand high. And then frame your front foot, step up, and rise all the way up to standing. Now, we're going to do a tree pose here. So stand on your right foot and take your left foot into your thigh. Bringing the hands to your heart. And find your balance. Reach the arms out long. Wave the arms. Find some fluid movements. And then lower it down. Wag the hips from side to side. And we'll take it over to the other side. So nice and strong in the left foot. Take the right foot up where you like it. Start with the hands of the heart. And then grow your branches. but let them be wavy branches. Reaching out, reaching up. And then lower it down. Let's come on down to the mat. Come on down to your back. Take your block and place it underneath of the sacrum. Let's reach the legs straight up. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then let's lower the knees down. Reach the feet out long. Take your hands underneath of your seat. Bring the elbows in and press the chest up high as you flex through your feet. And lower it down. Bring your knees into your chest. Go ahead and rock your knees over to one side. Gaze in the other direction. Bring it back to center and rocking the other way. Drawing it in. And then reaching it out long, coming to your full Shavasana. Relaxing everything deeply. Letting go completely. Getting nice and comfortable. And when you're ready, settling into stillness. keeping the body relaxed, taking a few deep, full breaths. And when you're ready, begin to gently move the fingers and toes. And bringing the movements through the body. Inhaling, reaching up. And exhaling, drawing your knees in, swaying side to side. And make your way to a seated pose. Exhaling, taking a deep breath in, and letting it go. Bringing the hands together. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have an awesome rest of your day, and see you at the next one.